DTI fam, another week tuning in to the Daily Drive Bars. One day we will have a jazz intro to this bitch, so I'm going to start working on that because I think it would be great to just jam out in the morning or whenever you're listening to this to hear what I got to say. This week, it's been on my mind a lot about executing, and not just executing by like going through the motions and, oh yeah, I'm checking the boxes. I'm talking about truly fucking executing on the things that I want to achieve in life, the things that I like. I always talk about how we got to go through the motions of a set routine or schedule. And so I'm not talking about going through the motions where it's like mindlessly. No, I'm talking about going through the motions of life where you're building a foundation to then grow upon. So those habits that we always talk about, that discipline that we always talk about, that consistency that we always talk about. That's what I'm talking about when I say going through the motions. I'm not saying going through the motions as in like just check these boxes unintentionally. I'm talking about we fucking get in, we get after it, and we make shit happen. Because that's how life has to be. We have to make shit happen or else life is just going to life and take us with it. And so how can I execute more? How can I execute with bigger intention, with bigger purpose, with bigger focus? How can I execute when I feel like executing something is just so hard and so out there? I don't want to be where I'm at today in 5 years. I don't want to just get a promotion and another promotion. I don't want to just get a couple more clients. I don't want to just get a couple more views on social media. I want to leave an impact and a legacy behind that is not only helping somebody, but is also formulating and curating a community for people. And so when I'm talking about executing, it's in my mind, how can I execute more to get where I want to go? How can I execute more to work on the things that I need to in order to grow and to develop? And so those foundational habits that I talk about all the time, those foundational habits are keeping me and my mind and my body in a place where I'm able to do that executing. Where I'm able to go after something and I'm able to stick with something and I'm able to get through the hard times and I'm able to fight through the ups and downs. Because let me tell you, life be lifing. Life be lifing. And it's you got to think of how much burden, how much stress, how much mental capacity are you going to let the things in life consume you, take from you, absorb from you? Now, I'm not just talking about like, every single thing in life, like you just have to kind of like push off or find a way through it. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is that when life comes at you hard and when life comes at you fast and when life is testing you and it's trialing you and it's making you question things, that's when you have to show up for yourself more than any other time. But the only way that you can show up for yourself more is by doing the things that you still do daily. It's about keeping those habits. It's about instilling those habits. It's about the foundational stuff that you do on a daily basis, whatever that looks like for you. For me, it's waking up early. For me, it's working out. For me, it's journaling. For me, it's eating a protein-filled, healthy breakfast. For me, it's getting my steps. It's meditating. It's taking a cold shower. Those are my foundations. That is what I have realized that I need to do to keep a great mindset. Because all of those things curate strength in your mind. All of those things curate strength for your body. And when you're strengthening those things, you can get through the little things in life. You can get through the big things in life. And so what I want you to do when you're being intentional with the stuff that you're doing, those habits that you're checking off daily, is remember that certain things in life, we put pressure on. But those certain things in life don't have pressure when there's bigger things fucking happening, when there's bigger things going on, when there's bigger things that you get made aware of that deserve your mental capacity. Not the little fucking shit, not the arguments, not the my boss yelled at me, not I got stuck at the red light, not that I'm late for work, all that stuff, arguments, critics, things people say about you, you ate shitty food, like all of those things are, when life throws big things at you, all that stuff doesn't matter. So stop worrying about it in the interim. If you don't have big things going on in life, stop worrying about the little stuff. Focus on you and what you want to execute. Focus on you and what you want to grow and develop and become. Don't wait for something big to happen to have a reality check. You have so much great going on right now. So how do you keep that momentum? How do you keep that foundation? How do you keep building to show up even more when them big things come in life. And so like I was saying is I'm trying to figure out how I can execute more. I have a vision. I have a dream. I have goals. I have ambition. I have all of these things that I want to do. And I'm doing them daily. Some days better than others. Some weeks better than others. But what I'm talking about is we all got stuff that we want to achieve in life. We all got stuff or ideas that we want to go after in life. And most of the time we don't share those things because we're like, oh, let me just see if I can do this. Let me see if I can make this happen. So for me, it's I want to make those things happen. I want to make shit fucking happen. Just like I did with DTI when I approached Dylan with it and I had some sort of a shell of a concept. And then Dylan came in and he put his shell of a concept together. And next thing you know, we birthed. Yeah, Dylan and I birthed DTI. And it came to fruition and it came to life. And over the years that we've been doing DTI, it's altered, it's changed, but the direction has always stayed the same. The mission has always stayed the same. The vision has always stayed the same. The mindset has always stayed the same. Of we know this is what's meant to be. But what we've also uncovered during that stint, how can we enhance it? How can we make a bigger impact? How can we do more? See, most of the time people think like bigger impact, doing more is like social media numbers and how many posts do you have viral and how many likes are you getting? Nah, fuck that. That's like the monetary stuff. That's like a designer bag or a belt. That's like a Gucci hat. That's like Gucci flip-flops. People do that stuff because they're insecure, so they want people to think they have money when they don't actually have money. And I'm not talking about the people that we know can actually afford it, like celebrities or these, like, I'm talking about the common everyday person. There's people walking around with Gucci and Louis on right now thinking they fly as shit, yet they miss their car note. Yet they struggle to pay rent. Yet they don't work out. Yet they have mental breaks. But guess what? I got that Gucci and Louis on. I got that Gucci and Louis on, and people go know that I got money even though I'm fucking struggling to buy groceries. Like, you ever seen somebody that's got like a Gucci or Louis bag or hat or flip-flops, and they're like, damn, you see the price of eggs? You see the fucking price of eggs? Man, bro, gas is so expensive now. It's like, bruh, if you're buying Gucci and Louis, you shouldn't be bitching about how much eggs are. You shouldn't be bitching about how much gas is. And so for me, I tie those monetary things that don't really mean shit in the end to the same thing as how people view success in this world. Some people view it by financials. Some people view it by social media. Some people view it by number of employees, how many like locations. Like everybody's got a different mindset around it. But what I view success is like, how are we enhancing or how are we doing things differently or what can we do to make that greater impact? And so it's been unknown for a while. So we've been doing the same thing and it's been working. We're connecting with people. We're growing. We're developing. We're bringing on more clients. But like, there could be something there. There could be something more that the boys are manifesting, that the boys are working on, that the boys are looking into, that the boys are giving more attention to. And that's just the brand and the company as a whole. And so when I say that I want to execute is I want to execute more on what I'm doing. I want to treat this instead of as a hobby. I want to treat this as a business because I see the potential. I see the growth. I'm seeing the impact that we're making. And so it's like, all right, if I can execute with more intent, if I can execute with more purpose, if I can execute with a solid plan, then what can this turn into? What can this grow? Where can this lead? What avenue will we take? And so that's going to look different based on the conversations Dylan and I have and based on the things that we're working towards. But the greatest thing is that when you don't give up on something, when you're passionate about something, it will always come to fruition. And so the more you do it, the more you get comfortable with it, the more you grow, the more you develop. That's how life is. That's why we got to check the boxes daily to keep the body and the mind safe, to keep the body and the mind strong, to keep the body and the mind intact. We got to show up for ourselves daily during the little moments of, oh man, this freaking happened in life and this happened in life, to the point where like things happen and life stops. And you're like, how the fuck am I going to get through this? And that's executing with intent, with purpose. And so with life and right now, and I'm going through things, it's making me realize like, no, this ain't a time to get in your head and question things. This ain't a time to get in your head and be like, why me? This ain't a time to get in your head and be like, oh, I guess I got to take a break. No, this is the time where I got to execute better, where I got to execute smarter, where I got to execute with more purpose and intent. Because if I don't, then things are going to start getting pushed to the wayside. Things are going to start losing traction, losing steam. And so what we got to do is always keep top focus of what's important in life, what we're working on in life, and where we want that to go. Whether that's your career and you want to work up the corporate ladder, or whether that's family and you want to get closer to them, or you want to grow relationships, or whatever it is, paint the picture for yourself. We have to execute with intent, purpose, and keep the ball rolling forward. And so I don't know how this is going to relate or pair to your life or the situations that you're going on, but one thing that I was thinking about this week a lot is just execution on my goals, on my dreams, on my ambitions. How can I be more dialed? How can I be more strategic? How can I do things that set me up more? What conversations can I have with people? How can I pivot? How can I adapt, overcome, change? And executing with excellence is the motto or the mindset that I have right now. And so what did I do? I painted the big picture. I stepped back and I looked at it and I was like, this is it. This is the masterpiece. This is the dream. This is the goal. This is everything. Now, how the hell do I get there? All right, these are the 3 things that I need to focus on. Boom, 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 boom. And guess what? Now we focusing on them, baby. Now we put in intent behind them. Now we're putting purpose behind them. Now we're putting a motive behind them. And we're going to execute to make sure that it happens, to make sure that we don't lose track, to make sure that we don't lose sight, to make sure that we don't lose what that dream and big picture is. So go out there today, no matter what's going on in your life, no matter what has happened, no matter the situations that you've been through, no matter anything, and take time to be with yourself. Take time to hone in on who you are as a person. And dream and think of the most wildest things. Paint that picture as elaborate as you want it of what you want your life to be, how you want it to look, what you want to do, what you want to achieve. Paint that picture. What house you want to have, the cars you want to have, the impact you want to leave on this world. Paint that picture. And then take a step back, admire it, and have full confidence and belief that if you execute on that plan, on that vision, on that picture, it will come to fruition. And the only way to make that happen is if you create action items behind it. Create 3 to 5 things that you're going to focus on. And then check those boxes daily and watch how you continue to push through life, how you continue to make it through life, how you continue to learn, develop, and grow through life. That's all I got for y'all. Have a good day. Have a good week. Be happy. Life is short. Stop putting so much pressure on the little shit. It's all little shit. My dad used to tell me, don't sweat the small stuff. It's all small stuff. And I can't agree with that more. In the grand scheme of things, life is going to continue to move forward. Life is going to continue to move on. And you're only stopping yourself and hindering yourself by letting this stuff weigh on you so much. So whether it's little or big things, figure out a way to get through it. Some of them are going to be easier than others. Some of them are going to be harder than others. But at the end of the day, if you continue to show up for yourself daily, you're going to be able to get through those. You're going to be able to make it happen. And you're going to live a happy, healthy lifestyle. Have the desire to inspire. Go out there, make the impact that you want to make. I love you. Yes, sir.